think you should.
Hello everyone, this is Chinmay from Make Auto Clinic. Welcome back to our technical show. We are working on one of the electrical system. Our client has got some problem with the indicator. So he keeps on complaining that something is messed up. My indicator congs off whenever I'm riding. In the city generally we require indicators because that is the main accessory which we require when we are in the city. Right now we are very much concerned with each and every point. Though it's a short video, we want to show you it's a very small thing, but it's very essential because in traffic conditions you need all those things. So this is the bike what we have chosen. This is Avenger, right, 220, and my client is saying that my indicators are not working very well. Something is problem with the indicator. Even though I'm switching on the switch, it's not working. So let's check it out what he is saying. Let's check the bike thoroughly first of all. Since it is related to indicator, so we will check the indicator circuitry, right? So I'll just switch on the bike, ignition is on, and then I'll try to use indicator switch, right? Left, right, what I found when I'm switching this switch on the left hand side, no indicator, right? When I'm switching to right hand side, that means no indicator again. That means my indicator whole circuitry is down. It is not partial, like I'm keeping this way switch on the left hand side and the indicator is working, but I'm keeping it on the right hand side, but right hand side is not working. It is not partial dead. This is completely dead. So what could be the problem? So problem, we will have to start from basics. That is the root, right? The problem is it could be with the wiring, it could be with the switch, as well as with your whether you have your battery is on or not, fuse is gone or not, or the switch is having problem or not, battery is working or not. So let's try from first step. I have kept it on. I want to see whether the battery is dead or not, whether the battery fuse is gone or not. That means battery is on, horn is working, that means every full circuitry is on. There is no problem in that case. I'll check some other things if I can. The headlight is working, rear brake is working, the tail light and brake light is working, so I don't have to worry about that. That means if you see headlight is working, that means I don't have to worry about the battery circuitry. Now I will concentrate only on your indicator circuitry. Now there are two factors remaining now. What? My ignition switch is completely okay, my battery is okay, my fuse, everything is fine. Now there are only two things which I have to think about: the switch, and there is one unit which is installed inside the panel box, that is one electronic flasher, the indicator flasher. So there is a possibility that you have a problem with this, either switch or flasher. So let's concentrate on this. I'll not remove that your switch, I'll just directly go to flasher. So let's open up the panel box. I'm just going to open up the panel box for this bike. This is a general points what you have to think about. Since I have removed the panel box, why general? Because all the bikes and cars has got flasher unit. Remember, cars has got fuses for that. In this bike we don't have separate fuse for that. So that means we should know what you're working on, right? So that is the reason you should go basic, from the basics. Even though if I'm working on one of the Harleys or any Triumph or something, I'll go according to my general practice first of all, but I'll not replace randomly anything, right? Like they see things, don't do that. So first of all, you should know what you're working on. Right now my indicators are off. So let's think about the particular spare. This one is the indicator flasher, but I'll still, just for my satisfaction, I'll just check out what is the battery voltage. Remember, in my last video you must have seen that I have used multimeter. Multimeter is your friend when you are working in the workshop. So keep the multimeter in handy and keep it on 20 volt DC, not AC. Since you are working on DC voltage or DC battery, that means you should keep it on 20, since there is no 12 volt particular. So the maximum range is 20 is fine for the battery. Now I'm going to check the battery voltage at first place. So I'm going to check it. The battery is in condition or not, first of all. Though horns are working, battery is working properly well. Just want to check it. Now positive and negative. So I'm getting 12.57, 56. Right? So there is no problem with the battery. Now what could be the problem? There's a possibility that we have a problem with the flasher unit, right? So I'm going to check the flasher. For that, simple trick you have to do. If the flasher is gone, If the flasher is gone, then the power will not get, go through the flasher unit, right? There are two wires connected to the flasher unit. One is the input, that is 12 volt input constant. One is the output, that is with the delay, with flashing delay, right? So when I am using the power input, first of all I am going to check whether the power is there or not, right? So I am going to show this. So I am going to show you what to check at first place. I just removed the flasher unit since the flasher unit is gone right now. Let's keep one wire handy just for the loop purpose and use the stripper, right? But I'll just reconfirm whether I'm getting power over here or not. You may have some, broken wire or something inside the harness. So let's consider. Let's first of all find out which is the power cable inside. There is no negative and positive in this case. There is only one wire which is constant 12 volt, and the second wire which is going towards the indicator through the flasher unit. The flasher basically makes the flashing, right? If I don't use the flasher and if I loop the connector, then your lights are going to glow constantly. So let's first of all check out which is the power cable in this bike. So I'm just going to switch on the bike again. Don't worry, there is no electrocution or something anywhere. So I've kept my multimeter again over here on 12 volt. Then I'm going to check out. I'll just keep one probe connected somewhere on the body, if I get the chance. Okay, there's a negative pole. I'm going to use my positive pole for checking the cable. Now as you see, this one is 0 0, that means this wire particularly is going towards the indicator. The one which is showing me 12 volt, that means it is connected to the battery through some other circuitry, right? That means this wire is confirmed, there is no problem in this case. Now again I want to see whether the flasher is gone or the wiring is gone, because the input wire is perfectly well. Right now I want to see the out one which is going towards the indicator switch. If that wire is broken, then even if you have a good quality, working condition flasher unit, you still have problem with it, right? So I'm going to check now by using one wire as a loop. Just peel off both the ends and I've just connected instead of the flasher. Now one wire is constantly having current, second wire now having constant current instead of the flasher unit. Now I'm going to check the indicator. Don't worry, it's not going to fry anything because you're not connected both the wires, because positive and negative. I just connected both the positive wire. One is incoming, one is outgoing, right? I'm going to check the indicator now. As you can see, my indicator is glowing. Both my indicators, right hand side, working well. Then let's see left. Now both my left hand side also, the rear one and the front one is working. That means I have a problem with my flasher unit. So what is the remedy for this? Just replace the flasher unit. Your things will start working back online. So I'm going to put the lights off, switched off the ignition. Now I'm going to remove the loop which I used. Now I'm going to install the new flasher unit over here. Now I have installed the new flasher unit, and then I'm going to check again. Now the flashing system is in again working condition. That means I was having bad flasher unit earlier. So this is how you have to rectify small electrical things by using your multimeter. Thanks for watching. Stay connected.